Hi, this is my channel, Economics Made Easy by Sumaira Shahid. As the federal budget in Pakistan is going to be presented soon, and the provincial budgets too afterwards, so I want to share with you something about budget, as what is budget and what is the budget cycle. I am going to talk about Pakistan specifically, however it may match the process of budget in some other countries like India. In Pakistan, the budget is simply known as the federal budget, whereas in our constitution, the budget is known as the ABS or Annual Budget Statement, which is prepared by the federal government and presented by the same every year before the National Assembly, which is the lower house of legislature. Budget is a statement of financial receipts and expenditures for 1 year. It is a financial planning for 1 year, that how the money will be received through different sources and how it will be spent. In Pakistan, the financial year is from 1st July to 30th of June every year. There are two types of funds for this purpose. One fund is FCF, the Federal Consolidated Fund, and the other is PAF, the Public Account of the Federation. FCF or Federal Consolidated Fund is the main type of fund. All revenues are received through taxes, loans and incomes and profits from all government controlled organizations and institutions. And the PAF, in the PAF, the money is deposited, that money is collected, which is deposited with Supreme Court or any other federal court. Now, when the funds are collected, the FCF or Federal Consolidated Fund can have two types of expenditures from it. These expenditures are the charged expenditure or authorized expenditure, and other expenditures or voted expenditures. Charged expenditures are authorized because they are authenticated by the Prime Minister of Pakistan. These charged expenditure comprise of the salaries of the President and all the expenses of his office, the salaries of judges of the Supreme Court, the salaries of the Speaker of National Assembly and Deputy Speaker, the Chief Election Commissioner, the Chairman and Deputy Chairman of the Chief Election Commissioner, and the Auditor General and the like. It also includes debt servicing, interest payments and repayments. This was about the types of expenditures from which the government spends. Budget can also be split into two types, that is the revenue budget and the capital budget. Revenue budget is for current and non-developmental works, and capital budget is for developmental works. To meet the budget, the government mobilizes two types of resources, that is the internal resources and the external resources. External resources are money collected from GP funds, saving schemes and foreign loans, whereas the internal resources are all tax and non-tax resources from within the country. If you think for a while here, the internal resources are actually coming from revenue receipts, and the external resources are all in the form of capital receipts. Revenue receipts and capital receipts will be discussed in some other video in detail, that what is the main difference between them. But here just keep in mind that usually the internal resources are coming from the revenue type of sources, and the external are type of capital revenues. Usually the revenue receipts or internal sources of revenue are spent on non-developmental type of works, and the capital receipts or external sources of revenue on the developmental resources. But there are no hard and fast rules. One type of resources can help other type of resources, but usually the case is that revenue type of resources are never enough for Pakistan, and they usually take money from the other fund, the external type of resources, and they always do some deficit financing. So, but there are no such rules, however. Now let me discuss about the budget cycle. It is very important to understand the different stages of the budget cycle. Here are four main stages in which we can divide the budget. The first and very important stage is the preparation and formulation stage of budget. The second one is enactment stage. The third one is implementation stage, and the fourth is the audit stage, which is also very important. But here in this video I will discuss the first stage in bit detail, because many people are interested to know about the preparation of budget, that how it is prepared and how it is spent. So I will give more time to the first stage of the budget. This first stage of budget, the formulation and preparation and formulation stage, can take from a few weeks up to a few months, and it all depends upon the size of the budget and its and the macroeconomic goals of the government. So there is not any limited time, but however, for their own facilitation, the government makes a timeline because they know which economic goals they have to see and what is the size of the budget. So they know very well how to divide the time for different steps of the budget and for different subsections of the budget formulation. Typically, the Ministry of Finance or a division within it coordinates and manages the formulation of the budget, requesting information from individual departments and proposing the trade-offs necessary to fit competing government priorities into the budget's expenditure totals. Here I will show you a detailed timeline of the completion of various stages of the budget. It's not so simple. This is how the data for budget advances from lower level to upper level. These budget estimates for individual departments are submitted by the estimating authorities to the administrative ministries and divisions. And then those administrative, divisions and administrative machineries, ministries, they take forward the budget to the financial advisors. Then from financial advisors, the budget process splits into two, for the developmental type of budget and for the non-developmental type of budget. So for developmental type of budget, the budget for developmental expenditure is sent to the Planning Commission directly from the financial advisors, and the budget for current expenditure, which is usually for non-developmental ones, that is sent to the Ministry of Finance directly. For developmental budget, the data which is sent to the Planning Commission every year, it is for the preparation of annual development programs or ADPs, but later on it is also sent to the Ministry of Finance. So when all the data for developmental and non-developmental budget, when it is with the Ministry of Finance, then following a review by the financial officer and approval by the principal accounting officer, all budget estimates are then forwarded to the budget wing of the finance division or department. For the finalization of this ADP, Annual Development Program, there is another institution named as Priorities Committee and one another as Appropriations Committee. The Priorities Committee meeting meets in every April, and the Appropriations Committee meeting in every May here in Pakistan. Then in the month of June, the National Economic Council or NCE meets. NCE is a constitutional forum and it is chaired by the Prime Minister of Pakistan. In NCA there is Prime Minister of Pakistan and there are representatives from the provinces of Pakistan as well. It is a very important meeting and it plays very important role in economic and budgetary priorities for the country. The federal budget proposals are presented in the meeting and they are discussed. Under this NCE, the National Economic Council, there is another committee which is called Executive Committee of NCE or Executive Committee of National Economic Council, which meets more frequently under the chairmanship of the Finance Minister. The NCE is headed by the Prime Minister and the EC is headed by the Finance Minister, and it meets frequently, not in a month. Its job is to periodically assess the economy and take decisions in accordance with the economic policy of the government. It plays a very important role, crucial role in the process of finalization of annual budget. After passing through NEC, the budget finally gets approved in the federal cabinet before the Finance Minister presents it to the National Assembly or lower chamber of legislature. Through this executive committee of NCE, the budget is passed through the National Assembly, but before passing it to National Assembly, it is passed through the cabinet, like it is passed through different ministers for approval. Then it reaches the National Assembly, and there it is presented. The legislature or the members of the National Assembly then discusses the budget, which can include public hearings and votes by the legislature committees. The process then ends when the budget is adopted by the legislature with a majority. They may take the budget intact, adopt it intact, or the budget may be adopted with some amendments. So it depends about the votes of the legislature as well. Third stage is implementation stage. This stage of the process occurs once the budget has been enacted. Governments differ widely in how they regulate and monitor spending to ensure adherence to budgets. Funding levels in the budget are not always adhered to, and authorized funds are also not always spent for the intended purposes. Deviations can result from conscious policy decisions or in reaction to changing economic conditions, but concerns arise when there are dramatic differences between the allocated and actual budgets, which is something of concern and which cannot be justified as reflecting sound policies. While these cases can result from outright abuse by the executive, they may also reflect the effects of a poor budget system and technical problems that make it difficult for the executive to implement the budget in line with what was enacted into law. For example, the budget may not be clear about the intended purposes of particular funds. While weak reporting systems can limit the availability of information that the executive needs to monitor the flow of expenditures. Also, a mid-year review of the budget is also taken. A mid-year review of the budget is based on reconciled accounts is also conducted to help formulate a strategy for budget. For a strategy for budget implementation for the remainder of the fiscal year or financial year, which is from 1st of July to 30th of June in Pakistan. Then audit is the last stage in the budget cycle, or we can call it the fourth stage of budget, and this stage is not limited to any time. It goes on throughout the year, which includes a number of activities that aim to measure whether there is an effective use of public resources or not. Ideally, the executive branch should report extensively on its fiscal activities to the legislature and the public. These fiscal activities also should be subject to regular review by an established independent professional body, such as audit institutions or an auditor general. In the federal Pakistan, the Auditor General of Pakistan conducts independent and objective assessment of the process of financial governance and hence facilitates the legislative oversights of the people's representatives on government operations at all levels, whether national, provincial or district levels. In fourth stage, the Auditor General is a constitutional body mandated to conduct audit on broad ranges of activities. This audit can be of the form of certification audits and to see the regularity and compliance audits of expenditure and revenue receipts, that whether the expenditure is in accordance with the revenue or not, and the performance audits on the outcomes of various projects and programs with emphasis on social sectors. So this was all about a brief introduction of budget, that what is budget, and it was about federal budget. You can get an idea about provincial budgets as well from this, that how these budgets are formulated, what are the important personnel or departments involved in this process, and what are the main stages of this budget cycle. So hope this would have helped you. Thank you.